and we're good to go. Okay, so guys, you're welcome to our YouTube live. We took a break last week because Nigeria was playing. Yeah, I think we played the quarterfinal match, and naturally, most of our audience will not be watching our YouTube live. Everybody will be glued to their TV, and good enough. That investment paid off because today Nigeria is in the finals of the AFCON, that is the African Cup of Nations, right? The biennial event, in the football world for African countries. Yeah. So I want to say welcome. Thank you for making our time to be here. We're waiting on you to join. And once we have a few people joining us live, then we kick the ball rolling. Okay. My name is Laoye Curtis. If you're just joining us, or if you're just watching this recording, after the live stream has ended. In today's session, I'm going to be talking about a topic that is a question. Okay? A topic that is a question. And the question simply is, show me how to start my ready to wear business. Easy BD, good evening, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for making our time to be here. Ma'am, I owe you one. I've seen your WhatsApp messages, relative to your sales challenge. Okay, but I'm waiting till the weekend to reply. So by tomorrow you're gonna get to reply from me. Okay, that's one. You're gonna get reply. I'll look through them and then revert on them. Okay, so thank you for making our time to be here, ma'am. I've missed your company and every other person that usually joins us on Fridays. So you do me a favor. Can you please let me share this live video so we can get more people to come in? When there's a break already, it tends to slow down the momentum. Okay, but I'd appreciate if you can just share and then we get more people coming in. So as you come in live, please use the comment and tell me where you are watching from. Okay, please let me know where you're watching from. Right, I would definitely appreciate that. Really, And today it's a big issue. Oh, you missed me, man. Oh, awesome! I'm blushing. Let me blush small. Okay, so how do you see this topic that we are starting today? I mean, this is going to be a series this month. Okay, it's going to be a series this month. I'm going to organize a question and answer session by the grace of God. Okay, that's one of my plans. I'm also going to organize like a webinar. Okay, the webinar is an opportunity to really share more detailed, in-depth knowledge. Okay, and I'm looking at also having like creating an offer. Then naturally I'm going to throw in an offer because my plan is that by March, right, maybe March or April, I'm not yet determining the date, I want to relaunch my ready to wear launch course, which is the 90 days launch course, right? I want to relaunch it, and it's going to be running for like an 8-week period. Okay, yeah, because I really want to coach people again on how to do ready to wear business successfully. Yeah, so thank you so much. Oh, the topic is a necessity. Awesome, awesome. I'm happy to hear that. So everybody else just joining us, my name is Laoye Curtis, right? I can say a couple of us are here already. I'm going to be talking about ready to wear this month. I'm going to be talking about ready to wear next month. Okay, yes, I want to really delve into it big time. I'm looking at a 2 to 3 month focus on ready to wear business. I mean, let's break it down so that you have the knowledge, you have the information that you can run with. Okay, a moment please. you know so I'm going to be talking about the business of ready to wear in detail. Let's break it down. Let's show you what you need to know for you to get results. So for this, we are attacking it on multiple fronts. I'll be dropping YouTube videos, right, on topical issues that have to do with ready to wear. And then for some of the videos that I'll be dropping on a weekly basis, right, my intention is to drop a video per week. Okay, depending on the reception I get, I may now do maybe two, but I really want to do just one video per week. I have about 21 topics around ready to wear business already, okay, that I'm going to be doing videos for. I already did 6 videos today. We recorded 6 videos today, which will be uploading next week. And can I tell you some of the topics that we are going to be releasing videos on? Would you mind I share? Let me know in the comments. Should I share? Should I share? Okay. While you're waiting for your feedback, do me a favor, please. Help me spread word about this YouTube live we are doing. Okay. Help me spread word about it, please. Just tap on the share button. You know that button that goes like this, right? And then click on it, and it would give you opportunity to share to WhatsApp. If you got a WhatsApp group, you know, if you got Telegram groups, right? Even Facebook, you can share. Okay, I can see some good responses here. Okay, she said I should share. Easy Busy said share. Okay, and Intentional Marriage said I should share. I hope Intentional Marriage is into wedding wears. Okay, because you would really do well with that. Okay, so let me read out the topics that we covered today. One of them is this: do these 8 things and your ready to wear business will succeed. There are 8 things that if you do them, your ready to wear business will succeed. Thank you so much, Easy Beauty, for sharing for me. Okay, so please, everybody that has shared, please let me know in the comments. Okay, kindly help us share. We need to bring more people on board. Right, there are big opportunities in the ready to wear space. Okay, there are big opportunities. So one of the videos that I will be posting, right, publishing on my YouTube channel is do these 8 things and your ready to wear business will succeed. I don't have time to be telling you stories or telling you theories. I'm out for sharing knowledge that you can apply. Let me just give you 1 or 2 of them. Number one of them is this: create only evergreen designs. Don't create a ready to wear collection that in 2 years time you will not be selling again. It doesn't make sense to do that. Okay, create a collection that 10 years from now, if someone by accident stumble on your e-commerce platform, on your social media pages, they see those designs and they reach out to you like, do you still have it? And you say, yes, we have it, we can produce for you. Okay, that's one of the things you should take note of. Another point that I wrote here is this: create collections that your target audience wants. If you do that, you will not be out of business. I promise you, you will not be out of business. Okay, those are just 2 out of 8 things that I wrote here. Then there's one of them that I put here too. I think you will love this: test the market first. Don't just rush to spend all your money producing collections and then waiting for customers to buy and then nobody shows up. Test the market. Yeah, because what you have in mind to do may not be what your market wants. But when you test the market, you will know what the market wants. You will feel the trend and then plug into it, and your mistakes will reduce, your results will increase. What do you think about what I just shared, guys? Let me know in the comment. What do you think about these 3 points I've shared? There are 8 of them, you know, and that's all covered in one video. And these videos are no more than 10-12 minutes, really, you know, so you can watch them, you know, in a bit and then you are done. So what do you think about these 3 points I've shared from video 1? Please let me know in the comments. Okay, yeah, so this is warming up, you know, the live stream, right, this platform, so that everybody can get in the group. So I'd like to know your thoughts, please, in the comment. It will make for an interesting conversation. Remember, YouTube live is not just about teaching. It's all about engagement. We are trying to build community here. Okay, so one of the other videos that I'm going to be releasing is this: how much do I need to start my ready to wear business? What do you think about that topic? How much do I need to start my ready to wear business? That's another video that we recorded today, you know, and I broke it down what you need to do in that space. It will shock you, because some of the things that you would learn there, you'll be amazed that, wow, why am I limiting myself? Why am I holding back? I should have started already, you know. Then another video that we recorded is the trick to pricing your ready to wear clothing for profit. Okay, there's a trick to pricing your ready to wear clothing so that it generates you profit regardless of how much you are selling at, because some people think it's until you sell at a high price before you make good profit. Nah, ready to wear doesn't work like that. Okay, yep. Then another topic that I covered is the 3 types of ready to wear business, you know, you can start. Okay, that's one other video. And then I have another here: do this one thing and your ready to wear business will sell out. There's one thing you need to do, just one thing, your ready to wear business will sell out. Okay, I covered that too. And then I covered the last topic for today: your ready to wear clothing business in 3 easy steps. Yes, that's the last video we did today. That means the 3 easy steps that you need to follow to create a ready to wear business that succeed. Okay, that succeeds, that does well. So I hope you're going to watch these videos when we post them, because we created them with you in mind, as well as to answer questions that you probably have been looking for answers to. Okay, possibly questions that have kept you back from starting, because you thought maybe you need to spend 1 million, or you thought, oh, you need to create 100 designs and what have you. So there are some other topics I've come up with, which will be releasing in due time. One of them is about how you should plan your production, for you to be able to produce your ready to wear collection easily. And then there's a topic that had to do with yeah, what a collection entails. What are the things that goes into a collection? Okay, yeah, and a whole lot more that I have here. So let me just look through my list. I mean, I got those ideas. They've been on my mind for a long time. So I just got my notebook. This is, I actually bought like a long book, like we call it higher education in Nigeria, right? Where I wrote down all the things that we're going to be talking about based on my experience coaching people and the questions they've been asking me. So I'm looking at things like, yeah, what kind of sizes should my ready to wear collection, carry, yeah, because some people don't know, the sizes that they should work with. We know there's size chart, but then when it comes to selling and making money, right, it will be stupid to produce in all the sizes on your size chart. It is plain stupid. Okay, there's a way to go about that. So you're going to be watching videos on that. Then I wrote about how to outsource your production in case you want to outsource. You're busy, you're working in the company organization, or so you have a paid employment. I want to start ready to go on the side, right? How to go about it by outsourcing, right? And then how to start your ready to wear business on a budget. Yeah, these are some things that you learn. Then the types of ads, 4 types of ads that you should be running if you want your ready to wear business to blow, and what have you. So, and then I have one that talks about how to sell your ready to wear internationally. Okay, yeah, because one of my clients, yeah, that is doing personal coaching with me, I'm guiding her on how to set up on Amazon, how to set up on foreign platforms and what have you. And then the lessons we've learned have been interesting, really. You can actually be selling from Nigeria. I mean, look at the way the exchange rate is on a free fall, right? If you are selling globally, then it makes for an interesting experience, for you in your business. So those are things that we're going to be looking into this month, next month. So my game plan is the topic that I release, right? Any topic that I release for the week. Say, for example, I release a topic on, the types of ready to wear business you should do. The YouTube live we will do that week will now be an opportunity for us to discuss at length how to implement what you've watched in the video. Okay, so when you watch the video, okay, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, the network went off, and YouTube is a blessing. YouTube told me, do I want to resume? And I decided, yeah, I'm going to resume. Okay, so the game plan is this: for every video, right, that's released, when you watch it, we'll discuss it in the YouTube live for the week. That's the game plan. Okay, we could do better, yeah, as ideas come. So your suggestions will be highly welcome. So guys, let's get down to business. Creative world of images. Oh, thank you for your comment. They said, God bless you, coach. Thank you so much for this amazing lecture. I'm grateful, ma'am. I'm honored, ma'am, or sir, whatever the gender is. But interestingly, we've not even yet started, right? That's just like peppering us, like giving us some appetizers. So are you good to go, guys? Are you good to go? Should we get started? Show me how to start my ready to wear business. So I'm in the showbiz business now, right? The business of showing you how to do your business. So let me know in the comments, are you good to go? Are you good to go? Please let me know, are you good to go, in the comments. Then we dive in right away. Okay, please don't forget, help us share. Sharing is giving. Okay, when you share, it's like doing evangelism, for us. You are part of the community. Okay, you're part of this movement that we've started. Please let us share, okay? Share, 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 and the Lord will bless you. Share, share, share. Okay, there's no song like that. I invented it on the go. Okay, so we are good to go, sir. Thank you, Easy BD. Thank you, intentional marriage. Yes, we are intentional about marrying you to your ready to wear business, so you can have a successful marriage, building an international multi-million business. Okay, so I've got some points that I've written down, right? I mean, there's a whole lot of points that I figure like, okay, we could talk about when it comes to starting your ready to wear business, but I'm tempted to freestyle. So I have my points. See, check my notes. I have my points written down, clearly written down. Okay, see my notes, very long. However, I would prefer to, freestyle so that I can pour it all out. I mean, we got a whole month to ourselves. Okay, so now, do you have your pen and paper with you? Get ready to write notes. So you want to start ready to wear business. Oh, interesting. You want to start ready to wear business. Oh, I love that. Okay, the first question I think you need to answer is this: why are you starting your ready to wear business? Why are you crying? Why are you laughing? Okay, why are you starting your ready to wear business? Why are you going into ready to wear? Why do you want to start a ready to wear business? Please, that question needs answer before ever coming up with clothing that you make as ready to wear. If ready to wear was so easy to do, right, everybody would have done it. Rather, what I've heard is a lot of stories, that people tell of how they ventured into ready to wear and they lost their money, they lost their investment, they lost their savings, and some are so traumatized they don't want to go near ready to wear anymore. I mean, I've seen that happen a lot. I remember back in 2020, someone told me she raised 1.2 million, to start a ready to wear business. Unfortunately, she spent about 800,000 to rent a space and outfit it. Okay, and she was left with 400,000 to do, and then she created products that she felt, oh, people were going to buy, and then when she hit the market, nobody was buying. Now she has a truckload of clothes, right, in our closet or in our in our inventory that nobody is buying. Can you beat that? Can you imagine that? Cool. Because most times when people come to me and they talk about their ready to wear needs and they tell me, oh, I have created, the truth of the matter is that I have mental block. I'm not able to advise them on what to do. Yeah, because if you must do it successfully, there are things that we need to check. More like a checklist. Things to check to be sure that what you have produced is going to sell. And if you don't meet the mark on those points, there's no coaching I can do. So rather than collect your money, then advise you, and then no results come, I'd rather tell you like, oh, please try and find a way to go around it. Okay. However, we can talk, when you're ready and you feel like, okay, I want to do it properly. Then you come, you follow the process, and you will get results by the grace of God. Okay. So you need to ask yourself, why are you creating ready to wear? Why do you want to start ready to wear business? Would you mind telling me in the comments why you have decided to go into ready to wear as a business? The honest truth is this: if you're going to go into ready to wear as a business, your reasons for going into it had better be convincing enough to inspire you when challenges show up. Okay? Yeah, to inspire you to hold on, to carry on, to pull through in spite of challenges that come. I've heard people tell me things like, I'm not making money with bespoke. Yeah, bespoke tailoring is so tiring, the customers don't pay well, and then I figure like ready to wear would be the better alternative. Please, if that is the reason why you're going into ready to wear business, you are going to fail. I'm sorry, I have to say it the way it is. Okay, I mean, at my age, I got to a point in my life where I need to be telling you the truth, unvarnished truth. Okay, if I see that you're going to lose money, I'd rather tell you. Yeah, than like, oh, let me not say this so they don't feel bad. Okay, yeah, Esther Dowder, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here, ma'am. Okay, so where we are right now is the first step to starting your ready to wear business. And that first step is this: you ask yourself, why am I going into ready to wear business? Your reason for going into ready to wear business has got to be very potent. It has got to be inspiring enough to motivate you when you are down, down and out, and inspire you to get back on your feet and go at it. Because it is more than just knowing how to make good clothes. It is more than knowing how to come up with beautiful designs. Yes, if it was beautiful designs, um, not many brands would have sold. Or if it was only about beautiful designs, right? Everybody should be making money. Everybody should be doing ready to wear. Literally. But we see people that say, oh, I created beautiful designs. People looked at it, they liked it, but they did not buy. So the question is usually, what stopped them from buying? So it's not all about beautiful dresses, okay, beautiful designs and what have you. Nah, there is more to it than that. Okay, so you need to figure out why you want to go into ready to wear as a business. So let me tell you some whys that I've heard, that I realized that no, if you are motivated by that, you will not last long in the business. Okay, and I've shared one already. One of them, and what I shared so far, is that you want to go into ready to wear business because you are failing at bespoke tailoring, and then you want to switch to ready to wear, hoping that ready to wear will be easy. Oh, now, and then you're like, when I switch, I'll just make money. No, it doesn't work like that. It has never worked like that, because in ready to wear, you're more likely to lose all your money, because it's gonna take some, it's gonna take from you. If you're into bespoke, customers most of the time bring you their fabric, right? In our part of the world, the customer gives you the fabric they want to, turn into a dress, into an outfit. You come up with the designs that they are going to pick, and then you agree prices and whatnot. That's how it is here. I mean, in other parts of the world, you meet a tailor, a fashion designer, people come to you, right? And then they know you for a particular type of clothing, and they want you to make something for them that is made to measure, made to their measurements, right? I mean, that's the classic look at bespoke tailoring. Okay, so in most cases, you don't have any costs that is attached to you directly. Everything is on the customer. But if you're doing ready to wear, then you have to bear the cost of the fabric, cost of production, cost of marketing, just to get people to show interest and buy. Can you see there's more expense involved at that level? And you may do what? You may not have all the money in the world to do that. So even bespoke would have done you a world of good than venturing into ready to wear. So please, if that's the reason, please don't follow that. Okay, you need to go back and think about it. If you think that you're failing in bespoke and you want to move to ready to wear, some people tell me the reason why they are going into ready to wear is because they are overwhelmed with bespoke orders. Now, that is a good reason for you to go into ready to wear. You've got a lot of bespoke orders that you can no longer meet up, and you're looking for a fail-safe, alternative to disappointing customers. Then venturing to ready to wear is great. Now, where it will not be great is if the reason why you are overwhelmed is that you have a lot of customers that pay less, a lot of customers that cannot afford your happy price, a lot of customers that are pricing you down. If you don't like the kind of customers you presently have, switching to ready to wear is the no. In that case, your motivation is wrong. But if your motivation is like, hey, I can't take on bespoke orders again because they are too much for me to be able to handle, and I'm having tailor issues and whatnot, then it's understandable. Okay, are you with me? Please let me know. Let me know in the comments. I see here EasyBD says, oh, there are many reasons. First is our passion to use our initiative to create without imitation. Okay, to create unique and timeless designs, right, without imitating other people. Okay, that's awesome. That's a good a good motivation right there. I like that. Okay, I like that. That's something that inspires you, right? You want to create unique designs. You want to let out your creativity, right? That's a good one. That's a good one. So the point is this: don't be motivated by any reason that is financially induced. Yes. Oh, I want to read it well because I want to make a lot of money. Oh, the question is the one you are doing right now, you making lots of money there? If not, what are the chances that you are going to make a lot when you switch to ready to wear? So please don't go into ready to wear business because of the motivation to make money. Money, big money. No, 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 no. No, it doesn't work like that. It has never worked like that, please. Okay? Because every business has its hazards. Okay? Has its hazards. Now, another reason why people like, oh, they want to switch to ready to wear that I've come to learn is that some will tell me that they want an easy business, something that is easy to do. Please, this work is tough to do. Ready to wear is also tough to do. In case they didn't tell you, I'm a coach. I work with fashion entrepreneurs to help them kickstart their ready to wear businesses and their journeys. I mean, you need to look at the issues that plague them. If you choose in-house production method, right? If you choose in-house production method, which means you have a team of tailors that work for you, okay, to sew the clothes, you are going to have tailor problems, just like someone who is running a bespoke business, a bespoke tailoring business. Both of you are going to have issues of tailors in Nigeria, outside of Nigeria, everywhere. Yes, labor costs are going to affect you. Okay, so going into ready to wear, right? In that, guys, will not really work. So, are you with me? Please, are you with me? Let me know in the comments. Are you with me? Are you connecting the dots with what I've shared so far? Please let me know. Okay, I've seen a lot of people start with excitement, and then when they get to the nitty-gritty of ready to wear business and the work that is involved, then they lose all their enthusiasm. And the moment they lose their enthusiasm, the momentum drops and the motivation to carry on drops. And then it now looks like they are lost, they're in the wilderness. I've seen it happen again and again. Okay, good. So please, these are some motives that I would like you to consider when you want to start your ready to wear business. One of them is this: let it be because you have seen a gap that you want to fill. Okay, let it be because there's a gap that you want to fill. What I mean by that is this: you have noticed that there is a need out there amongst your target audience, maybe by studying trends. Okay, you've realized that people want this kind of clothing, but finding those kind of clothing seem to be difficult. And you realize that if you plug into that space, you can make a deal. You can make a big deal of money, a good deal of money there. Okay, then you can step into ready to wear, because at the core of business is finding opportunities that you can exploit. Finding opportunities that you can exploit, opportunities to solve problems. Okay, so that's one area I need you to look into: opportunities. If you've seen a gap that you can fill in terms of needs that a lot of people have, things that a lot of people want, but there aren't many people who are providing such services. Now, when it's about clothing anyways. What we do is about clothing. So naturally, people, you are making clothes, right? We're making garments that people are going to buy as a ready to wear business. So since we already know that that's what it's about, the thing you should now consider is that cardinal rule of business success, which is find a problem that is a lot of people looking for answers to and be the go-to person. then you are likely to succeed there more than anybody who is just going in because of the money. Okay, because the size of the problem will determine the size of the market that you're going to be selling to and how much you can rake in. Ultimately, you are in to make profits. Okay, but then profit should not be the thing that now motivates you, because there are other things you can do without working. Without really working out, and then you make money. Okay, so I hope you've gotten the clarity there. Find a gap that you can fill. Okay, find opportunities that you can exploit. Okay, a need that there's a lot of people looking for answers to, but they don't have somebody to provide it for them, and you are good to go. I mean, there's some brand on online that I see, the 7K shop. The 7K shop is saying you can get 7K clothing on our platform. Anything from 7,000, never on our platform. And good dresses that when you stand next to somebody who's bought a 100K dress, you look even more attractive than them. That is the problem that they are solving for people who have got a budget, when it comes to shopping. That's how it is. That's how it is. Okay? So what problems have you identified that you can create ready-to-wear collections for? That's the question I would like you to answer. Would you like to share with me in the comments? Would you like to share with me in the comments? Now, anybody just joining us, you're welcome. My name is Larry Curtis. I'm talking about how to start a ready-to-wear business. So in the form of a question, show me how to start my ready-to-wear business. And in showing you, the first thing you need to know is why you are doing ready-to-wear, why you're going into ready-to-wear business. It has to be related to a problem you are trying to solve for a large number of people. That's the opportunity. Okay, so that's the first part. The other part of it is this: you go into ready-to-wear as a business because you want to expand your business. Okay, let's say you can no longer do one-to-one business in terms of clothes making, bespoke, one-to-one. The number of staff that you have and the number of customers that you have, right, the ratio is not connecting. That means you can't confidently meet up with demands from your customers. So you are looking for an alternative to serve them so they don't go elsewhere. And in that case, you venture into ready-to-wear as an alternative. That works perfectly if you go that route. Okay, so that's another way you need to look at going into ready-to-wear business. Sorry, something is in my eyes. Please, I need to remove it. Okay, so are you with me, guys? Are you with me? Please tell me in the comments what are your reasons for going into ready-to-wear based on what I've shared with you so far. Would you like to tell me now? I know some thoughts will be going through your mind right now. Some adjustments are coming in, right? You're like, oh no, let me not go into it just because I want to make money. Okay, there are all kinds of problems can also for people. Okay, oh, plus size women, they are struggling to get clothing. Oh, okay, I think I can plug in that area. Oh, I want to be making jumpsuits. I want to be making tops and skirts. Why am I making it? What am I making it for? You need to sort that out. Okay, you need to sort that out, right? And then let those ones inspire you as your wife. And then you should have some motivation. Oh, how far do you see yourself in the industry? How far do you see yourself going in business? Okay, where do you dream of expanding your business to? Right? Because we all know that ready-to-wear gives you an opportunity to serve many people. It's a one-to-many business model. That's how it is. Bespoke is usually a one-to-one model. You're dealing with one customer per time. But with ready-to-wear, you are dealing with many people per time. Okay? And then you control the whole process. You control the products you want to be making. You are not dealing with situations where clients are bringing to you clothing that you cannot produce, and you are now like overwhelmed, and then you are looking you are losing your confidence because you're feeling like, oh, am I not good enough? No, you control your world. when you do ready to wear. Okay, so please tell me, are you connecting with what I'm sharing with you? Do you have your whys sorted out? Would you mind sharing with me in the comments so I can help you fine tune? That's the opportunity I'm giving right now to help you fine tune your, your ready to wear um why you're going into business. So right now I need to signal to my team. So by now, we've done 30 minutes or 35 minutes now. Let's go back to our communities and remind people we are live. I've shared some points. Let's share with them and tell them to join us live. So those of us that are here, do me a favor, help us share, because we are now diving fully into ready to wear business and why you should start, okay, and how to start it. So we're done with your why. Do you have any questions? If you have any question, please share with me in the comments so I can cater to that, and then we move. Okay, do you have any questions? Please share with me what you've learned so far, the key points that you've picked so far. Share with me the eureka moments that you are having in terms of the clarity you're getting now compared to what you probably had in mind before now. Okay, please share with me in the comments. I would appreciate that, so that we can all learn from one another. I mean, I'm learning from you, you're learning from me. We are getting richer in knowledge together. Okay, let's do that. So now, these other points that I need you to now take note of is this. The second part of it is this. Once you already know why you want to start your ready to wear business and you're clear about that, right, and it's convincing enough to you to push on those points that I talked about, which includes the problems that you are solving, okay, problems that you've seen that you can solve, the opportunities you can exploit to fill a gap, right, and maybe the need to stop taking on many clients or many customers for your bespoke service, and you want to expand into ready to wear. So that means expansion, filling a gap, solving a problem, right? Those are more cogent motivations for you to keep going at it, because they are directly connected with making more money. Okay, so when you hear us say, oh, don't don't go into ready to wear business because of money, we are not saying that you should do your ready to wear business as charity. We are only saying money as the first motivation does not make sense. Literally, it doesn't make sense, because money is the reward for your good works. Simple. Money is the reward for your labor. So it shouldn't be the motivation for going into it when it is the outcome of your going into it in the first place. Okay, so the motivations that would help you are you expanding. So if it's expansion, you are making progress. That's what it means. Or if it's a problem that you have seen that there's a lot of people that are dealing with and nobody is filling that gap, nobody is solving that problem, you're taking advantage. Or you've seen a gap, right? Oh, there are a lot of people that are looking for this kind of ready-to-wear clothing. Those that are producing them are not producing them well enough. I want to fill that gap. Another example of a gap is this. Maybe the kind of clothing that you are making, there are a lot of people that buy them as imported designs. They prefer the imported ones. Now, Naira is on a free fall. I mean, dollar is cast to come by. The exchange rate is crazy. So buying from abroad to resell in Nigeria does not look like a profitable business again. That's a gap. You can now come in there and provide your own to look exactly like what they buy as imported products, and then you fill that gap. Even when the dollar improves, at that point in time, they are already used to you. They don't see any reason why they should go abroad. That's it. Gaps, problems, expansion. Those are the 3 points. Wow, did I write it in my notes before? No. It's from explaining to you that I got the clarity too. Okay? Gaps, expansion, and problems. Yes, you will do well, because all of them lead to making money. All of them, they lead to making money. So let me look at the comments. Esther says, don't jump into ready to wear because of money. That's a key point for her. Awesome, I love that. I wish the others watching right now could share. Well, if you're watching this YouTube live, after it's ended, maybe you're watching the replay, okay, and you get to this point where I ask the question, feel free to share in the comments. Okay, it will keep the conversation going, and I am on the lookout for your comment. I will reply and give you more insights. Okay, that's how we learn. Learning is a continuous experience. So now that we're done with that part of knowing your why, okay, why you should go into ready to wear, or why are you going into ready to wear? Once we know that, next thing we should be looking at, okay, how to put your ready to wear business together. Okay, you don't just get out there to produce clothes and then start looking for customers. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to put things in place. So let me tell you some of the things that you need to put in place. Okay, now these things, if you put them in place for your bespoke business, for your fabric selling business, for any type of business that you do, naturally you're going to do well. Okay, they are like the basics, but we just find out that a lot of people are not even putting them in place. So one of them is this: you need to have a label for your ready to wear clothing. Okay, so your ready to wear clothing, in this case I'm actually talking about your clothing brand, because there are 3 types of ready to wear businesses you can do. Okay, there's a video for that, but for today I'm only touching on one of such ready to wear businesses you can do, and that's the most popular one: clothing brand, also called clothing line. Okay, all these popular designer brands that globally, they are mostly clothing brands. They are known for particular types of clothing. Take for example, Levi Strauss. Please, what kind of clothing does Levi Strauss make? Can you share with me in the comments? What kind of clothing does Levi Strauss, Levi, right? Levi's. What kind of clothing do they make? Please share with me in the comments. Oh, Adamu Royalty says gaps, expansion, problems. Thank you so much, sir. That's a good one. Yeah, you captured some of those points, really. Thank you. So what are the clothing you think Levi Strauss make? What kind of clothing do you think what's in a Versace makes? What kind of clothing do you think Ralph Lauren makes? Are you getting the picture? Now, when you hear of Vuitton, what kind of clothing do they make? Is it for men and women? Chanel, what kind of clothing do they make? Aha, are you getting the picture now? Good. Every brand that you know on a global scale, they are serving a particular audience, okay, a particular target audience, and at the same time they are making particular types of clothing. They don't make every type of clothing. Ralph Lauren does menswear. Started with ties, neckties, then moved to shirts and t-shirts, and then we know Ralph Lauren for the iconic polo t-shirts. Today they have other types of men's clothing, but they are mainly into men's clothing. Oh, our very own David Wedge, what kind of clothing does he make? Our very own Atafo, what kind of clothing does he make? Our very own Kola Kudus, that's a Federation of Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria President. What kind of clothing does he make? Men's clothing. Men's clothing. Okay? Mostly native wears, right? For men. Now that's how you get to understand, to identify successful fashion brands, ready to wear brands that are clothing brands, essentially. Okay? Yep. So this is the basics. Okay? I term this as your branding. Okay, your branding. So once you figured out why you want to go into ready to wear business, the next thing you should be working on is your branding. And for your branding, there are several elements involved. Can I share with you? Would you like to know? Let me know in the comments. Would you like to know? Let me know in the comments, right? Okay, so for your branding, we are looking at things like your name. Okay, please hold on for me. Okay, we are looking at your name. That is your clothing brand's name that will be carried on your labels. With ready to wear clothing, right? They come with labels. Labels are attached to ready to wear clothing. It's a standard, it's an industry standard globally, okay? Global best practice. That's it. Now, there's got to be a name for your ready to wear brand. That name is your identity in the marketplace. It's your identity in the marketplace. Okay? So, what's the name you're calling your ready to wear business? Your ready to wear clothing brand, rather. We said it's ready to wear business you're doing, right? The type of ready to wear business you're doing is clothing brand. Okay, where you're coming up with collections to address the needs of a specific target audience. Yeah. So you need to have a name. So that name is your identity that identifies you as the brand that particular target audience should come to for their clothing needs. That's how it works. Okay. Oh, your target audience are plus size women, and you decide that you want to make every type of clothing for plus size women, then it means that anytime I meet someone who is a plus size lady and wants clothing that would bring out their beauty, that would make them look beautiful and make them look attractive, right? I would remember your brand and I would recommend you to them. You didn't pay me for the marketing, you didn't pay me to advertise you, but because I've identified your name, your brand name with plus size women, when I see a plus size woman, I remember you instinctively. That's how it works. Okay, that's how it works. So when they mention your brand name that you currently have for your ready to wear business, if you started already, what comes to mind? What kind of clothing should come to mind? What kind of people should come to mind as the people that your brand serves? If you are not clear about that, you are not yet ready to succeed in ready to wear business. It will be difficult for you to market your products. This is why we say it is not about creating beautiful outfits, because someone who doesn't do half as good as you do in terms of the kind of clothing you do, they are selling out. They are selling well because their target audience like what they turn out. If you complain and say, oh, I can do way better than this, they are better off than you. It's as simple as that. Because you found them online and you realize that they are doing well, but you're wondering why is it that they are selling out when what you do is way better than what they do? Okay? So it's not about you being the best at making what you sell. It's about being the best, okay, at being remembered whenever what you sell comes to mind. So I would rather that someone remembers Laoye Curtis when they meet a friend of theirs that says, oh, I want to start my ready to wear business, but I'm afraid to start and I don't want to fail. I want you to remember me and say, oh, have you spoken to Laoye Curtis? Check him out on YouTube. You would see a lot of videos that he has made that talks about ready to wear business. What am I achieving by that? I am building a brand around ready to wear, and it is helping me to market myself through you to others, because you remember me when you meet someone who needs help with starting their ready to wear business. Do you connect with what I just shared? Please, do you connect with what I just shared? Is it giving you clarity? Let me know, please. Are you getting clarity as per how this can help you? Let me know in the comments, please. Let me know, please. I'd appreciate that. If you can let me know, because it's going to take us it's going to take you far. Okay, let me know in the comments, please. So your name, the name you give your brand, is very important, because It is your identity in the marketplace. Okay, so let me write down that. I wrote it down as your ready-to-wear brand name is your identity in the marketplace. Now it should, okay, it should conjure images of the kind of clothing that you do and the kind of people you make it for. If you can achieve that, you're on your way to big success. And it takes a lot of time for that to happen, okay? You put in the work to be able to do that. So, in your branding, two things have been established, right? One of them is you are creating collections, and the other one you are creating it for an audience. That is clothing and audience. Okay, on one side clothing, on the other side audience. You need to put in the work to spread word about your ready to wear brand, okay, to the target audience, the people that you want to serve. You need to get word to them. That is your calling. That is your only mission once you start your ready-to-wear business. Okay, if the kind of people that you want as customers, now I'm not saying people that you are able to sell to, no. People that you hope to sell to, no. There's no hope here. It's about being intentional. The kind of people that you want, that you desire, that you long for. Can you see the way I'm talking? You want, you desire, you long for. If you can get into the ears of enough numbers of them, right, whenever they need the kind of clothes that you're making, your name will be what will come to their mind, the first person to go to. Even if they see an advert online, say on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, right, on Twitter, on TikTok, advertising exactly the type of clothes that you make, okay, rather than them buying, the advert would remind the people about you. I mean, it has happened a lot. I had a lady who saw an advert where a lady was offering free ebook on how to grow your fashion business, and then they wanted to sell products to them. This client of mine signed up, joined their mailing list, right, and was receiving emails, and she liked what she was reading. The moment the business coach, who is a British coach, right, started advertising our training, this client of mine contacted me and said, "Coach, I just received an email from so and so person who is doing exactly what you are doing. Do you know you can get more clients internationally? And do you have a training like this that I can pay for?" Now I'm wondering, someone else just sent you an email telling you about their training that you can afford, that I know you can afford, right? But rather than you clicking the link in the email to go and sign up for their training and pay, you are coming to me to say, do I have my own version so that you can sign up? I was moved that day, and I learned a big lesson there. And that lesson is this: there are many fashion entrepreneurs out there who are advertising their products via Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and all types of ads, spending tons of money. The kind of people that they want as customers are seeing those adverts, but they are not buying. Instead, they are screenshotting those clothes, snapping them, right, and forwarding to their own preferred fashion designer, their own preferred fashion brand, and asking them, "Do you have something like this? Can I buy from you?" If you get to that point, you built a brand. Okay? If you get to that point, when you get to that point, you have built a brand. Thank you. EasyBD says it's connecting and clear. Awesome. I'm glad that you're picking that. Okay. These are some of the things that people are missing out on. And because they're missing out on this information, they are losing tons of money creating products, running sales promotions that are bringing no results. So you want to start your ready to wear business, right? You need to first figure out, why am I doing this? And the reason has to be something that is convincing enough and can still lead to generating revenue for you. And I've given you the point: expansion, problems, and gaps. Okay, gaps, expansion, and problems. With that being said, we can proceed. So I've talked about branding, and for the branding, you need to have a name for your ready to wear brand, and then your brand, right, has to have a niche. That niche simply means it has to have a specific target audience that you're serving, and on the other hand, it has to have let me check my notes. Yeah, target audience that you're serving. It has to also be creating a specific type of clothing for your target audience. That's it. That's it. Okay, let me take a pause now and ask. Okay, for those of us just joining us, I'm talking about how to start your ready to wear business. Okay, I would appreciate if you can help us share again on our WhatsApp communities, share to WhatsApp groups, Telegram. Let's get people to know about this and bring them in. Okay, yeah, there's love in sharing and there's love in learning together to grow together. Okay, so with what I've shared so far, your branding consists of your name, okay, that goes on your labels, and then it also includes your niche. So for your niche, we're talking about you identifying the audience you want to serve, and also the kind of clothing that you want to make for that audience. Okay, so between the audience you're serving and the kind of clothing you're making, we have what we call problems. Okay, we have what we call what? Problems. So I want to quickly touch on that, and that is like audience, right? Problems and clothing. Audience, problems, and clothing. For audience, it means who are the people you desire to sell to, who are the people you desire your ready to wear brand caters to. You have to be intentional about that. If you are not intentional, you will not be able to sell. Okay, so I dare ask you, who are the kind of people that you would like to be selling to? Okay, and when we talk about this, you need to look at them from the perspective of their income. Okay, their income, that's one perspective you should look at. And what I mean by income is this: do they work in paid employment, or do they run a business? Okay, now apart from them working in paid employment and running a business, you can also consider them from the angle of their family wealth. Okay, there are some people, they don't need to work a day in their life, and they have more money than everybody working 9 to 5. Okay, yeah, I mean, there are people from such circles. Now, so that's an exception. Is an exception, it's not the rule. So when you're thinking about the kind of people that you want to sell to, you are looking at people that have the money to buy. Okay, now if your products are not being used directly by those that can pay, right, maybe for example kids, then it means that their parents are your target audience. They are the ones that are going to pay. So the person that is going to pay for your ready to wear clothing that you want to start making, you need to be intentional about targeting them. Okay, targeting them right. Now how you target them right is that you figure out what kind of income do they earn, what kind of income what kind of income do they earn, yeah, and what are their sources of income. So two broad categories: either they're in paid employment or they are running business. You need to have customers from these two brackets majorly. Okay, the third bracket that you can get them from are those that are from wealthy backgrounds. Okay, yeah, but that's an exception, not the rule. If you make clothing and the people you are selling to cannot afford it, what's the point? Please tell me, what's the point in creating such kind of clothing? You've wasted your money, you've wasted your effort, because nobody will buy. Nobody will buy. You want people to buy your clothing, that's why you're doing this, right? Good. Now, if you want to now get people that can pay, then you need to think through on Who are the kind of people that I need to sell to? That's why I'm reiterating. I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki. In his book, it would say, I use simple words. I use easy to understand English. That's Robert Kiyosaki. I'm paraphrasing. Of Rich Dad Poor Dad frame, and it says like, I do this and I repeat certain statements again and again in different parts of my book, so as to reinforce the knowledge in your subconscious. So as you see me repeat some of the things that I've said, don't take offense, okay? Or don't wonder, like, why am I doing that? The reason is this: I am planting these seeds in your subconscious. When you sleep at night, you would hear my voice again and again and again. Time will come when you want to implement some of the things that I've taught here, okay? And you juggle your memory to try and remember what I said when I said it, relating to what you want to do. And then your mind will remember the ones that I repeated over and over again. Your mind will remember them faster, will bring them out faster than it will bring out those points that I just said in passing. That's the reason why you see me repeating some of these things I'm saying. Are you with me? Are you with me? Okay, so let's carry on. So I've talked about your name, I've talked about niche, and then I'm talking about connecting the elements of your niche, that is the audience and the clothing. So the connector, the bridge that connects your audience and the clothing you're going to be making for them is the problem that you're solving for them. Can you see why I said you should figure out why you're going into your ready-to-wear business fast? And then it has to be related to problems that you're trying to solve for your target audience. Now, the problem you're trying to solve, right, simply means you've identified that, okay, I want to be making this type of clothing, office wears, work wears. I want to be making children wears. I want to be making plus size women's wears. I want to be making party wears. I want to be making, nighties, right, lingerie and similar clothing, right? So the thing is, why do you want to be making those kind of products? Why do you want to be creating those kind of ready to wear clothing? That's where problems come in. Okay, the concept of problems now come in. You need to look into the world of your target audience and look for trends, look for opportunities, look for challenges that your clothing will serve in their lives. A simple way of going about it is this: everybody that wears clothes wear them for a reason. Some, when they wear their clothing, they don't have any reason. They just combine clothes anyhow, and that's it. But there are some, they are going for a job interview. For some, they want to go for engagements, right? Parties. For some, they want to go on a date. For some, they want to go to work and look successful. For some people, the reason why they wear clothes is because they want to project themselves as powerful men, right? Even though they may be scared like chicken in the inside, okay? Some people want to project themselves as confident, even though they are introverts. Some people, they want to get attention anywhere they go. Maybe they are dealing with self-esteem issues. And they figure like, hey, you know what? I can't go to parties. I can't go to events. Oh, reunion, high school reunion, university reunion. I can't go there because I don't look successful. They have needs. They have problems that they need help with. Some, right, they've lost confidence in their looks because of childbearing. They've given birth to so many children, their body has taken a lot of beating, and then they don't look beautiful again, and they still want to look beautiful. They are not stepping out because they think they are not beautiful. That's a problem you're solving. You don't design clothes just for the sake of creating beautiful clothes. No, you don't do that. You do that to solve problems. Are you with me, please? Are you with me, please? Are you connecting with what I just shared? Problems, right? Now, problems also are connect to image, because fashion is a visual business, right? Fashion is visual. It's something that you see, right? They say dress the way you want to be addressed, right? If you don't want to be addressed like a pauper or like a low life, don't dress like a low life. If you want to be addressed like a powerful person, dress like a powerful person. If you want to be addressed as a like a confident person, then dress to exude confidence, okay, to project confidence. People have images of themselves that they want to project, but they just don't have the right clothing to do it. Can you find those images that they want to project and then fill in the gap by creating designs of clothing that helps them to look like they imagine? That's the way it is done. Is that clear, guys? Please let me know. What have you learned so far? I need to take a pause and take questions so far. Do you have questions for me? Regarding what I've shared with us so far. Do you have questions for me? Yeah, I got my points listed, but I just figure like, hey, I need to really break these things down for us, okay? Yeah, I don't want to do it like a lecture. I want to enjoy the experience of sharing with you my thoughts, ideas, and helping you to gain clarity to make the right decisions. As it is, you don't jump into ready to wear as a business. Also, it isn't about creating beautiful clothing, because beautiful clothing can be found everywhere. They may just not be your size. Okay? Yeah. Not every beautiful clothes that is appealing to the eye is attractive to everyone. Okay? They may be appealing, but people don't want to wear them because, they don't like how it turns out. Say, for example, some people don't like to show flesh, right? And some people like to expose flesh. It is still all fashions. Now, for those that like to show flesh, when they see designs of clothing, they see types of clothing that helps them to show their cleavages, expose some flesh, and look fly. It's appealing to them. It's attractive to them. They buy. Well, there are some other people that will be wishing that in another universe, okay, in an alternate world, they could show flesh. But probably their religious leanings, their background is limiting them from doing such. So it's the designs they are seeing you produce, they are appealing to them, but they are not attractive enough for them to buy because they don't want to be found wearing those type of clothing. It happens everywhere. Okay? So that's the clarity I want you to please take note of. Thank you, Esther Suko, Easy BD. Thank you, Adamu Royalty, Camerodin. You guys said you're getting clarity. Okay, awesome. That means I have my core audience here listening to me and getting knowledge. Okay? Yes, so I think for the branding part, I have nailed the key points. Okay? I've nailed the key point, which is the name of your ready to wear brand. That means the label. Now there are videos, extant videos. I mean, I've done videos in the past. If you scroll through my YouTube channel, you see our past videos where I talked about carving a niche for your ready to wear brand. Okay, and then I have some videos where I talked about naming your brand. I think I need to do a short video on that. I'll add it to the list of topics I'll cover. Naming your ready to wear brand. Okay, how to name it right so you don't alienate customers that can buy from you. Imagine somebody coming up with a name, a beautiful name like Deluxe, and they say Deluxe Stitches, and they say they're ready to wear brand. They failed right out the door, because when it comes to naming your ready to wear brand, It's a name like you are naming a baby. So all those additions, right? Those extensions like stitches, couture, they are not for ready to wear. I mean, you hear of names like Armani Exchange, right? Armani, Armani Exchange, Giorgio Armani. Those are three different brands owned by the same person. You see a brand name like Versace, right? Michael Wang, right? Vera Wang, right? Those are names, right? You see names that are acronyms, DKNY, okay? And then you see names like Rockefeller, Nike, Adidas. Those are brand names. You don't see them writing Adidas clothing, Adidas ready to wear, Adidas sportswear. You don't see stuff like that, right? It's just a name. A name is a name. No additions added. Okay? You see Fendi, right? Vuitton, right? You see Chanel. You see the way the naming convention works? And then there are some other points that you need to consider, right? Especially when you're trying to target an international market. I have this thing about people who like to celebrate their cultural heritage. Like, yeah, we need to promote our cultural heritage. Okay? Okay. I won't go any further. You don't promote a cultural heritage for a brand that nobody knows. It's as simple as that. Get a name that is internationally accepted, a name that flows in the international space to the point that people who hear the name will probably think you are a brand from the West. Okay? Yeah. And then you would have penetrated the marketplace and build a name for yourself. Then you can now figure out you can now figure out how to release that brand that you've always had, the one that has your cultural heritage. Then the one that has your cultural heritage will now leverage on the other brand you've already built. I'm talking too much, okay? So EasyBD says, so should I leave mine as Gemini or Gemini and not Gemini Collections? Of course, you should leave it as Gemini. You can even say Gemini X. Okay, Gemini then space X, okay? And I wonder what's X for. Leave that. Do you get? Yeah, someone says triple K. Yeah, you can write triple K, but don't write it as KKK. If you write it as KKK, you'll be in trouble in the US because it means Ku Klux Klan. Ku Klux Klan. That's what it means, right? You're not a white separatist. Okay? Can you see the convention of naming? This will require another video on its own. Okay, but for now, let's just stick with this. Okay, Gemini or Gemini. Okay, that's it. Not like, oh, Gemini Collections, Gemini Ready to Wear. No. Okay, but that's not the purpose of this class, okay? Oh, she said you already designed a logo. Well, thank God you are here, you've learned. Don't let the market correct you. If you let the market correct you, it means you've lost a lot more. Okay? Yeah, so we leave it at that, okay? So that being said, I've talked about why you should start, your why, right? Your why for starting a ready-to-wear business. I've talked about branding, another branding. I talked about your name, your niche, and niche branched out to the type of clothing you're creating and the type of the audience that you are selling to. I've connected them together already, okay? And then I've told you how the audience you're selling to and the clothing you're making for them has a middle point. The middle point is what? The problem you are solving for your audience. We've shared a lot tonight already. Really. Do you have questions for me? Please share your questions in the comments so that I can, answer them. Don't worry, we won't go past 1.5 hours like I said, right? Wow, Esther Dada is laughing. Please let me know what triggered you to laugh, right? Please share with me in the comments. I like that. It means you're connecting with the session. So I have some points that I wrote here. So this would now be like bonus, okay? Bonus points for this conversation we are having. So show me how to start my ready-to-wear business. This is our series for the month. So in showing you, I've talked about finding your why and being clear about that, and also to work on your branding, okay? To work on your branding. Yes, and I have some points that I figure like will be very helpful to you. Okay, there's a third part of this Okay, it is the core business of ready to wear. Yeah, your core business. Okay, your core business. That's the third part. Let me cover that, then I'll share those other points, then we close for today. Okay, your core business. Your core business. So you found out your why. One. Number two, you have worked on your branding. And number three, you are now about your core business. Can you see? Your core business is the third point. Oh, Esther says I don't have a name yet. We have to do the ceremony for you then. So you can work on your name and avoid all of the mistakes that we pointed out here, right? Then watch out for the video that I'll be dropping on how to name your ready to wear, name your ready to wear brand. Okay, so that will require some research because I'm going to have to be including logos of some of those brands in the video. I'm going to talk about Coco Chanel. I need to get the picture of the founder of Coco Chanel. I didn't get the picture of the logo. Versace, the picture of Gianni Versace, the logo. So it makes it a colorful video. Okay, yeah. So I work on that. So that being said, yeah. So your core business, yeah. What's your core business as a ready-to-wear clothing brand? Well, I wrote here that as a ready-to-wear clothing brand, your mission, which is your core business, is to one, create collections that people want. That's number one. Create collections that people want. Which people? Your people that you have intentionally targeted. Okay? You have to be clear about that. Can you say how we built this conversation, right? We started with knowing why, your why, which is your motivation, and which also has profit attached at the end of the day as a reward. Okay, if your why is right, you will get profit. If your why is wrong, you will make loss. Simple. Wow, I love that. Please, I think we should use it as a statement, like a meme. If your why is right, you'll make profit. I love this. I'm writing it in my notes actually. Okay, if your why is wrong, you will make loss. I love that. Don't you like that? You make loss in your ready to wear journey. Before you start your ready to wear journey, okay, or before you start your ready to wear business, know your why. Know your why. If your why is wrong, you make loss. If your why is right, you make profit. It's standard, okay? And that's the thrust of the first 1 hour, 1 hour 10 minutes of this live stream. That's what we've been able to achieve here, helping you to figure out your why, okay? And then next thing is also helping you to get your branding right. So branding is beyond having a beautiful logo. It's beyond having a fine color, a great color for your brand. Branding is beyond creating beautiful hang tags, for your ready-to-wear collections, as well as packaging your product. No, branding is way more than that. Branding essentially is you coming top of mind anytime those that need what you are selling want what you sell. Branding is all about showing up, popping up in people's conversations, in people's minds when they think about your kind of products, or when they are looking for credible people to buy from. When your name pops up, when people mention your name, you've built a brand. Until then, you're hustling. Okay? And for you to build a brand, you gotta have a name. And that name is your identity, it's your ID card. And that name should be known for a particular niche. And that niche should be targeting a specific audience, okay, with specific types of clothing. You can't make all types of clothing. That's what it means. Okay? I've got a question here. Good question. And the question is, can I source some clothing products from global brand for my target audience to show them to buy? Well, you can See clothing products that global brands have made and be inspired with to create your own out of what you've seen. Yeah, it's allowed. If you see clothing that some global brands have made, right, and then you replicate for your customers, you are not doing ready to wear. What you are doing is imitation. Yeah, you're creating imitation copies. That's what you're doing. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Of course, you've done it already. So nobody can stop you from doing it, right? But if you want to grow and scale and sell globally, you can't do that. Because when you go to the international market, say for example, you're becoming popular, your name is being known, and you're feeling good and you're riding on it, they'll slam you with a lawsuit. And I slam you with a lawsuit, everything you have built can go in or go up in flames. Okay, but at a small scale, in a bespoke setting or retailing setting, you can still hustle. As a hustler, you can hustle at that level and bring in some cash. I mean, there's no limitations to what you can do. But for the future, no, there's a limit to the future you can build. Okay? Yep. So thank you. Giro Satora said, if your why is right, you make profit. If your why is wrong, you make loss. It's as simple as that. Because some people were like, so why do we have to talk about why? Why? Is that how to start a ready-to-wear business? Why? But now you know better. Okay, and then the branding bit, right? I hope you got clarity with the branding bit, right? Good. Now the third element now is your core business. So, and I've mentioned them. The first is create collections. Okay, create collection. The second is launch your collections, and the third is retail your collections. Did you get that? Create collections, launch your collections, retail your collections. At this point, we are now neck deep into ready-to-wear business. Yep. What's the core business of ready-to-wear business? Simple. The core business of ready-to-wear business is to create collections of clothing that solve problems for your target audience, that fills a gap for your target audience, and help you to sell to more people. Yes. Now, if you listen closely to what I've shared so far, I did not say creating beautiful clothing, creating beautiful styles, creating beautiful designs. I did not say that. For your target audience. No, I didn't say that. I said you create clothing that solves problems for your target audience, that fills a gap for your target audience. That is how to do ready-to-wear business successfully. You know, your clothing brand, ready-to-wear clothing brand. That's how to run that business successfully. That's the core business you're into. So I call this my CLR, blueprint for ready-to-wear business. Create collections, launch collections, and retail your collections. Okay? Wow, Promise, thank you so much, Promise, for joining us. Watching from Port Harcourt. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you being here and everybody that is here. Okay, EasyBD says, I was told that CSC doesn't accept single name. Well, I'm not teaching you company registration here. I'm teaching you how to start a ready-to-wear clothing brand. It's a brand you're building. Okay, so if you're thinking of registering the brand, you go to trademark, not CAC, not Corporate Affairs Commission, right? When you go to Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria, in other countries, right, you have agencies that help you with registering businesses, right? You register a business name or a limited or whatever type of business you would like to register. You register that, and when you do so, you open a business account with your bank so you can receive payments from customers in your business account name. Simple. But your business account is not your brand name. That's a big problem I keep seeing popping up in our part of the world and maybe in other parts of the world. People want their ready to wear clothing brand name to be the name of the business. Who said it has to be? Facebook is a brand. It's a brand on its own. Started as a business, Facebook Incorporated, but then they changed the name of the business to Meta. Meta is the name of the business right now, right? So Meta Inc. Meta has Facebook, Oculus, uh, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, and some other brand Threads. I mean, those are 6 brands that I mentioned: Threads, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, Oculus, which is the virtual reality part of, you know, their company, Meta. Okay. Now, Google is not owned by Google. I think it's owned by Alphabet. Alphabet Inc. That's the name of the company, I guess. I hope I'm right. That owns Google. So don't be fixated on trying to make your registered business name to be the same as your clothing brand. Because for all I care, your registered business can have more than one clothing brand. You can have a clothing brand for men, and another clothing brand for women, and a third clothing brand for children. Nothing stops you. Okay, I hope I've given you clarity there. So let's get back to our conversation. So you are in the business of creating collections, but now you create collections with common sense, because coming up with different types of collections just because you got an idea and then you feel like, oh, if I create this, people should like it, that is creating collection without common sense. Okay, with common sense you create collection that people want to buy. How do you create collections that people want to buy? We'll talk about that in future videos, but for now you just know that you need to create collections that people want. There are ways to go about finding out what people want and creating what they want so they can buy, because the essence of business is to create products that people want to exchange their money for. You are in business to exchange value, right? You use money to exchange value. That's what you're in business for. Okay, good. Now, that being said, I think I can proceed. I hope you're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me, guys. Right? I hope you're learning big time. I hope you're making corrections. I hope you're making decisions that are informed now. Right? So you create collections. Your collections have to cater to needs. Now, a collection simply means a portfolio of designs. A portfolio that contains different designs of clothing. Okay. You can choose to create a collection that has 3 types of outfits made in 2 designs each for a total of 6 designs. So that means, let me give you an example. Your collection can carry blouse, skirts, and pants. Blouse, skirts, and pants, right? Now you may decide like, oh, I'm now going to come up with 2 designs of blouses, 2 designs of skirts, and 2 designs of pants. That makes a total of what? 6 designs. But how many types of outfits? 3 types of outfits that you are carrying. That's a collection. Simple, straightforward. That's a collection. Okay? So don't sweat it. Don't overwork yourself. It is not complicated. What is complicated is people not understanding their why before spending their hard-earned money and then losing everything. And then they come and say, oh, ready-to-wear business is difficult. When you lose, you say it's difficult. When you gain, you forget the difficulty. Okay? So that being said, you create collections. Now, when you create collections, you launch your collections. If you want to launch your collections, you need to understand launch sequences. You need to understand launch strategies. Okay? You need to have a launch calendar. Yes. Oh, you get a collection, you have to sell. For you to sell, you don't just create collections today and tomorrow you tell people come and buy. No, it doesn't work like that. The people that can do that are those that are into fashion retailing. Fashion retailers, they don't create any collection, they just announce new arrivals. So if you produce clothing and you mention them as new arrivals, you are fashion, you are retailing. That's fashion retailing. That's not clothing brand. A clothing brand releases a collection. That's why you see on the global stage things like SS 2024, SS 2023, SS 2022, SS 2025. What does SS mean? Summer, spring summer styles. Spring summer styles for 2023. So that means clothing that were made for last year. This year we have spring summer style for 2024. And that's where you hear things like, oh, the trending colors for 2024 are, and then you see the trending colors being mentioned. And then you see the collections being made in those colors, right? They are mostly marketing gimmicks, okay? Marketing gimmicks, yes. Because the last time I checked, aside from our part of the world where we tend to have some discrepancies in production quality, most of the Western clothing that you come across are top-notch quality clothing that are durable for years. Because of their durability, there's a thriving second-hand clothing market in Africa. That's to tell you that this clothing that these Western countries make are durable. So why is it that there are things like, oh, trending colors for 2024 and then they are different from the trending colors from 2023? It's a marketing gimmick. Marketing gimmick aimed at making you feel like the clothes you bought last year are no longer in vogue. So you can come back and buy, because if it is buying based on quality, those clothing will last for years before they burn out, before they wear out. They last for years. They're made from quality fabric. So the fear is, oh, if we make this quality clothing that can last for years, how would we make sales next year? So let's come up with a trick and tell people these are the colors that are trending for next year. So they would have this mental picture that their clothing next year that they bought this year, when they wear next year, right? It is no longer trendy. It is no longer in vogue. Isn't that a joke? It worked until COVID-19 happened in 2020, and then many fashion brands globally that bought their own line that they've been using for decades, they folded up in an instant. Yeah, because the clothing they made in 2019 to sell in 2020, lockdown will not make them attractive to sell. Pardon me for the helmet. We don't make them attractive to sell. So what's the alternative? The alternative was to sell them out. I mean, find a way of disposing them or destroy them, because they will no longer be trending by 2021. By that time, lockdown had been eased, and everyone wants to buy last year's clothing. You see? So which is part of why I tell people, do evergreen collections. Don't just do your collections that follow the trends. Okay? So I will talk more about that in the videos I'll be recording. Okay? Yeah, this just for you to have some insights as to how it plays on a global scale. Okay? So when you launch your collection, it's an opportunity for you to recover the money you spent in creating the collection. Now, when you're creating a collection, it is not compulsory that you produce in large quantity. No, it is not. It is not. Work with your pocket size. Work with what you can afford. Do you know you can actually create ready-to-wear collections without really spending much? You don't even need to produce and keep the clothes, in your inventory waiting for customers to buy. Nah. You can use bespoke ready-to-wear model, create samples, promote them, and then produce as orders are coming in. Okay? Simple, straightforward. And if you got the funds, you can do limited production runs, where you produce only a few quantity so that you don't tie too much money down, and then you do aggressive marketing, you get people to buy, and then you come back to do another production run as the demand is increasing. And once you know that demand is waning, is dropping, then you stop production. So you don't just type products down unnecessarily. I mean, this is business management 101, basic business management for your ready-to-wear business. We'll talk about that, in future videos too. Then when you are done with your launch, right? Because your launch should have a period that you're doing aggressive launch, promoting left and right. Once you're done with your ready-to-wear launch, you need to take stock. Which of the designs sold? Which of the designs did not sell? Which of the designs that I created really got everybody, created a buzz? Which ones could have sold more but did not sell well? What did I do wrong? You need to do those analytics, and then you proceed to what? Retailing. When you are done with your launch, right? Oh, I'm done with my launch, so what next? I need to create another collection. That's stupid. Sorry, that's stupid. You create some beautiful clothing. You've not taken time to analyze to find out which one sold well and figure out how to keep selling more of the same clothing that was selling already. Because your launch is to help you decode what your marketplace wants so you can be producing more of them. That's what your launch is all about. When you're done with your launch, next thing you should do is to start retailing those designs that you realized moved the market. Because if you could get 10 people to buy a particular dress, a particular pair of shoes, a particular fashion accessory, there are 1,000 other people out there that would like to buy exactly that same type of outfit. Don't you know? I hope you know now. I hope you're learning. Because I've seen a lot of people make tons of money from their first collection that they released, only to lose all of those money on their second collection because their mind was wired to think that they should be releasing multiple collections. No, you can release only one collection and be selling it for the next 10 years, next 5 years, until you don't want to sell anymore. Which is why I said create evergreen collections. That's how it works, okay? Good. That being said, the retailing part is where the money is, because the launch helps you to test the market, to see what people did. Okay? And once you test the market and you see what people are buying, ordering, then you now go full blast on selling more of that same dress to other people. Okay? That's how you do it. So you see why I said one of the reasons why you should go into ReadytoWear is to expand your business. So when you found the designs that people love, they're paying, willing to buy, then back it up. I mean, if you have people buy your dress, your ready-to-wear dress, right, or ready-to-wear shoes and what have you, in Nigeria, there are Nigerians in the UK, in Kenya, in South Africa, in Ghana. There are Nigerians in America that if they are exposed to that particular product, will be happy to buy from you. It is that straightforward. So you create the collection, you launch the collection, you do your business analytics and focus more on the ones that are selling well, and you look for new markets to sell to. That's where the retailing bit comes in. Look for new markets to sell to. New markets to sell to. You don't have to create new collections all the time. If you're able to now create a new set of collection, let it be based on research, based on customer feedback, not just creating blindly. Okay? What separates the successful fashion entrepreneurs and those that are not successful is their listening ears. They are listening ears. If you listen to your marketplace and you create what your market needs, you will sell and keep selling. If you don't listen to your marketplace and you only listen to your head, you will sell to yourself alone. You created 50 dresses and you don't have anybody to wear them. You created them for yourself. Why don't you start wearing them? Me, start wearing them. You just made free clothing for yourself. So you don't create a collection for yourself. You create for your marketplace by listening to them. I think I've shared enough with us tonight. Things that you can run with. Okay, I can coach you on how to do all of these things I've taught you. Coach you, that is, hold you by the hands, guide you and whatnot. You can chat me up on WhatsApp +234 9095859489. Then I'll help you out. So I have some points that I wrote here that I figure like you can learn from. Okay, yeah, so they are random points, so let me just share them with you. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, about 8 of them. So the first is turn your bespoke tailoring designs to ready to wear. That's one way you can get started in your ready to wear business. Okay, by turning the bespoke tailoring clothes that you make, that means those clothing that you do as bespoke tailoring that customers tell you to sew for them, some of them you can turn them into ready to wear. One of my clients in Abuja was able to gross over 800,000 just selling one bubu dress, right, that she created and then draped on a mannequin, took pictures. Customers walking in to do bespoke business with her, they see that clothing and they tell her, you know what, along with the clothes you are sewing for me, I want that bubu, I like it. And she was making crazy sales. And then when opportunities came to sell to organizations, people within those organizations remembered her and referred her, and boom, I mean, 1 month clocked over 800K. As I'm talking to you, she has stopped taking bespoke orders now. She's now fully into ready to wear. Why? Because she tested the market first. Okay, so turn your bespoke tailoring designs, right, into ready to wear. That's one way to go about it. The other one point here is start small. Test the waters. Don't just create ready to wear collections and be expecting customers to buy. No, test the waters to see what people want. And when we test the water, you don't have to create to test. You can research to test the waters. Okay, more on that later. Okay, another point I wrote here is create designs that reflect the imagination of your ideal customers. Yeah, I mean, fashion designers are my target audience, but not every fashion designer can afford some of my products. Can you see? So which means that some products some fashion designers cannot afford. Imagine me, my 100K coaching, it's not everybody that can afford. 50K coaching, not everybody can afford. The 1 million naira coaching, not everybody can afford. The 500,000 naira coaching, not everyone can afford, but there is something for everybody. Okay, so that's why I said create designs that reflect your ideal customers' imagination. And then when you're creating your clothing, when you're coming up with your clothing that you want to carry in your ready to wear collections, right, for your brand, create products that complement each other. That is, products that you can sell together, that people can combine together. It helps you to sell more. You have a top, pants and skirts. Now someone comes to you to buy, they can buy the top and combine it with skirts, and the same top they can combine it with pants. Simple. So which means they can buy the three together. You help them to create multiple looks. Okay, but you create a bubu dress and then you create a top and then you create a blouse. They can't be combined together, so the customer may be forced to choose between buying the top or the bubu or the blouse. Okay, and it reduces your chances of selling more. So these are some of the points I want you to please take note of. Another point I wrote here is this: determine the kind of clothing that you are going to start with, then expand later. You don't have to make every type of clothing. You can decide to focus on only one type of clothing and be making them in different variations, different styles, with different designs. Okay, you could decide like, oh, you want to be making Chelsea boots only. So you are going to create them in different styles, in different colors, with different type of leather, and you have variety. Or you may decide that, oh, I want to be making shirts, all types of shirts for men and women. And then you come up with dress shirts, with shirt dress. You come up with traditional shirts, tops, t-shirts, polo, all types of shirts. Okay? Are you making pants? No. Are you making skirts? No. You are doing only shirts. If you're going to create different types of outfits, right? For those of us that are into clothes, like garments. In your case, start with about maybe 5 types of clothing, or max 8. Don't do too much. Okay? And start with a few. Create badass designs that wow people. Then scale. Then what? Scale. When you've mastered some type of clothing and you already have a good customer base, right? You can then grow to adding other types of clothing to it. If you make every type of clothing, then you won't be able to collaborate with other people. You won't be able to expand in the future to fashion retailing, because you've suddenly become competitor with everybody out there. I'm a business coach. I don't run a fashion school, so I can collaborate with fashion school owners. I'm a business coach. I'm not into fashion illustration. I can collaborate with people into fashion illustration. I'm a business coach. I don't sell machines. I can collaborate with people that sell sewing machines and supplies. You see, I am flowing. I'm able to mix with others. But if I do everything, I'm a competitor to everybody. I can't network that way. I hope you're learning. Okay, so then I wrote here, pick a name that is easy to pronounce and that rolls easily on the tongue. My full name is Olaoye Curtis Oyegbola. Can you see the intonation, the Yoruba intonation in the name? For easy pronunciation of my name, I anglicized it. And I changed from that native name of mine to Laoye Curtis. Laoye is from Olaoye. That's the original pronunciation, Olaoye. How many people from other tribes other than Yoruba tribe can pronounce it exactly the way I pronounce it? Not many. So I anglicized it, Laoye. When I go to the embassy, I want to get a visa, and they say, "What's your company name?" I say, "My name is Laoye." And it sounds like it's an English word. In fact, I've met people that told me they thought I was Igbo. And I'm like, "Did you hear my name, Laoye?" And they said it didn't really occur to them, like, "Oh, seriously?" That's it, Laoye Curtis. Curtis is my baptismal name. So, come up with a name that rolls on the tongue and easy to pronounce and can blend globally. Hope you know that the language of business globally is English. English is the language of the whole world. If you can come up with a name that blends like that, you can penetrate different markets globally. That's what it means. Okay. Then the last one I wrote here is this: your collections are meant to become your retail products categories. At the end of the day, the collections you create, right? If you come up with a collection, you should create a product category for that collection when you eventually have a physical store. Or if you have a physical store already, there should be a section. If somebody comes in and they see your collection, oh, maybe you create a collection and you call it Beautiful Me. You have a nameplate, a signage that says this is the Beautiful Me collection part. Beautiful Me designs, collection of designs, and then people can come in there and see all those kind of clothing that will make them beautiful. Now, you come up with a collection that you say, Sexy Plus. Sexy Plus is the name of the collection. So you like, oh, if you walk into your store, there's another section is Sexy Plus. That means it's for sexy plus sized ladies. So when anybody comes in and your floor salesman, okay, how they say sales floor, the sales floor reps, they welcome these potential customers that walk in, the shoppers, and they ask them, please, what would you like? We have the Beautiful Me section, we have the Sexy Plus section, and they're like, oh, I'm a big woman, let me go to the Sexy Plus section. Let me see some goods I can pick there. And then the person that goes to the Sexy Plus section can see clothing that they love and still, navigate to the beautiful mix section to pick some other clothing. It makes the shopping experience interesting. If you have an online store, you can create different categories. I mean, if you're using WhatsApp catalog, you can create different categories. Okay, even if you're using creating your own website, you can create categories based on the names you give the collections you release over time. That's the reasoning behind it. It's so beautiful. It's a rich experience, doing ready to wear business, because it is highly rewarding, and it's an opportunity for you to sell globally and sell fast. Okay, I hope you've learned from what I've shared with you today. Please let me know in the comments. I hope you've learned from what I've shared with you today. I mean, this is the first time or so that we're getting past the 1.5 hour mark, and it's getting rich. I think we crossed it sometimes, but today is unique. Maybe because we couldn't have last week, right? But it's all interesting. I hope you've learned tonight. Let me know in the comments what you've learned. Share your thoughts with me. Okay, I really appreciate you guys making our time to be here, being the weekend. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you. So this month we'll be talking about ready to wear. I mean, we'll be breaking it down. Next month, yeah, we're going to continue with ready to wear. And if you want to work with me to help you, get started on your ready to wear journey, yeah, please shoot me a line on WhatsApp +234 9095859489. I am running an offer right now that we just came up with myself and my team, and we're calling it the Valentine offer. Yeah. So recently, last month, I announced my ready to wear personal coaching, right? And I said it's 100K. So I'm slashing the price to 50 for just a few people that are interested, that can take advantage. 50,000 naira, you can jump on board, and then I will give you my 90 days to launch course. That's my ready to wear launch course. I'm going to be adding you to my coaching community, where I teach people sales and marketing, called Silver Stars, right? For 3 months. You'll be there for 3 months. And then I'll do one-on-one coaching for you, right? 4 coaching calls. That's equivalent of 1 month coaching. 4 coaching calls, personal coaching calls, where we will talk about your brand and guide you on what to do and what have you. And it's going to be a wonderful experience. Okay, so if you're interested, you can shoot me a line, and do me a favor. Okay, when we start sharing videos of our YouTube, the YouTube videos we recorded regarding ready to wear business, kindly help us share. Would appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. I can see some of us said you've learned a lot, and I'm glad that you've learned. Now, learning is not enough. Taking action is what matters. Okay, take action. Action is what brings results. That's where we'll be ending for tonight. Thank you so much, Easy Breedy. Thank you, Promise. Thank you, Kendi. Thank you, Esther. Thank you. Who else has been with us all the way? Yeah, Adamo Royalty. Your intentional marriage, right? Yeah, and I remember one wonderful brand. Yeah, Creative World of Images. Ogechi. Thank you guys for making our time to be here. I appreciate you guys. Do have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. So that will be all for tonight. Till next week, God bless.